Hello, friends, and welcome back to TJKidz Super Fun Stories, where imagination becomes reality. And welcome to Halloween Week, where we have a new original Halloween story every day leading up to Halloween. And tomorrow is Halloween, and we'll conclude our Halloween week. Today's a special Halloween treat, kids. We're gathered round the fire for a ghost story, told by none other than Captain Greenbeard himself. Isn't that right, Captain? TJ, I've got a tale that'd chill the bones of even the bravest pirates of the seven seas. Well, don't make it too scary, Captain. Remember, your audience is kids. This here be a true account, lad. When Captain Greenbeard was shipwrecked and surrounded by zombie pirates. I'll tell it like it is. Okay. Just promise me you'll be patient if the kids get scared or have any questions, okay? These wee ones aren't gonna be interrupting me story too much, are they? Well, you know, kids, they're curious. Just be kind. Fine. I'll sit meself by the fire here. Now, gather round, ye landlubbers. Grab a cozy spot and listen close. This be the tale of Captain Greenbeard and the zombie pirates. It was Halloween night, cold and crisp, with a full moon hanging like a lantern in the sky. Your Captain Greenbeard was sailing solo aboard the Black Thunder, a fine vessel with a leaky bottom and a stubborn rudder. I'd been chasing treasure maps and ghost rumors for weeks when a storm rolled in and tossed me ship like a rubber duck in a bathtub. I crashed ashore on a strange island. No name, no welcome, just sand and silence. I abandoned me ship and stepped onto the beach. The air had a nippy bite, and the trees swayed like they were whispering secrets no man should hear. What is it, laddie? Captain Greenbeard, why is your beard so green? Go listen to Jack and Maddie Find a Pirate Ship Part 3, and that way we won't be interrupting me story. But can't you just tell us now? Was it from the zombies? Fine. No, it's from months of eating seaweed stew. Now hush, I'm getting to the spooky part. I wandered inland, me sword at the ready. The island seemed empty, until I heard it. A low and eerie sound, like a whale caught in a fishing net. Shadows flickered between the trees. Your Captain Greenbeard gripped his sword tighter. Why is your hand up? What do you need? Were you scared? Captain Greenbeard never gets scared. I was merely caught off guard. I crept slowly toward the sound. The moonlight danced on the leaves, and then, bam! A branch snapped behind me. I spun around, sword raised, and saw nothing. Then came the moans again. Louder, closer. What is it? Was it a ghost? Pay attention, lad. I was just about to get to the good part. Out from the shadows came figures, slow, stumbling, groaning. Their eyes were sunken, their skin pale, and their mouths hung open like they'd forgotten how to close them. Zombies! Pirate zombies! I was surrounded, no escape in sight. So I ran to the shore, dove into the water. But the tide was too strong. It pulled me under, tossed me like a sock in a spin cycle. I washed up minutes later, gasping and soaked. But something was different. The zombies stared at me, then turned and ran away. Why is your hand up?
Wait, why did they run?
Well, if ye pay attention, I'll tell ya. I looked down, and me whole body was glowing, covered in biofluorescent sea creatures, jellyfish, plankton, glowy bits from the deep. I looked like a walking lantern. What now?
Is this really a true story? There's no such thing as zombies.
Well, sure it's true. Captain Greenbeard never lies. Fine. You want the whole truth?
Yeah, we'd like the real truth.
Turns out, they weren't zombies at all. They were stranded pirates, been stuck on that island for weeks. Their mouths were so dry that they couldn't speak, and their bodies so dehydrated they walked like they had peg legs. I gave 'em some water from me ship's reserves. They drank like camels at an oasis. But by morning, they were laughing, talking, and helping me patch up the Black Thunder. We sailed together to the nearest safe island, and I dropped 'em off with a wave and a wink. And that there is the end of me story. Of course, less scary because of all your questions. Of course, you have another question. The story is over, son. What is it?
So, they weren't scary at all?
Aye, they looked scary, and me thought was that they were zombie pirates. But turns out they were just thirsty, tired, and in need of a trusty captain to save the day. The end. Now I be off to the seas. So long, children.
And that is the end of Captain Greenbeard's story, friends. Thanks for the tale, Captain Greenbeard. And kids, great questions today. I know the captain gets a little grumpy, but you really helped us see the story in a whole new way. Now, Captain Greenbeard may have skipped over the moral, but I think it's pretty clear. Sometimes things seem scary, but they're not always what they seem. A shadow might be a friend waiting to say hello, or a moan could be someone asking for help. And when we take the time to look closer, listen carefully, and lend a hand, we often discover that the world is a lot less spooky and a lot more kind than we thought. Helping others doesn't just make them feel better, it can lead to new friendships, unexpected adventures, and even a glowing rescue or two. So next time something feels a little scary, ask yourself, could it be something else? Something wonderful? Always use your best judgment, of course. Well, that's it for today, friends. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow for our final Halloween story. Toodles!